Hey guys, Dave from Wolfhard Hobbying here, and today we're going to take a look at how I paint skin. So for our example, we're using the Gene Stealer Magus from the Deathwatch Overkill box. Now I chose this guy as he is kind of the last generation Gene Stealer cult member, so he's got quite a bit of flesh on him. So he has been primed in yellow and given a base coat of Reaper's Fair Skin. I use this in the airbrush. I really like this. It's a nice pale skin. You can use Rakarth Flesh or Kislev Flesh as well, but that's up to you. So now we're going to come in with some Seraphim Sepia, and we're going to mix it in with a bit of Lamaine Medium just to kind of thin it down but give us still the control, as I don't want the sepia to tint the overall skin color too much. I just want it to tint it a little bit and then get into the recesses. So the Lamaine Medium will allow it to get into the recesses. Water, you could use that as well, but you run the risk of it pooling and pouring over things and just creating a big mess, I find, when you're working with small details like faces and hands and skin like that. So this is going to be a fairly simple process, and it's going to be a fairly simple video as well. So we're just going to go over all the skin with the Seraphim Sepia and just make sure we're really working it into those crevices. Again, I don't want this tinting the model too much. I want it more to be focused in the recesses of the hands, those fingers, his face, just to give us a little bit more of a detail than our original base color. So again, just work it all the way around. Make sure you get it into all the crevices. And I'm not worrying about it pulling over. So we're just going to let them dry, and now that he's dry, you can see that the sepia kind of tinted it a little bit, but not too much. Gave us a nice skin tone color, which is awesome, and this is what I'm going for. So the next step is we're just going to highlight just the edges of a lot of the model. So we're going to have to come in with our original base color, which is going to be the fair skin. So whatever color you used, I suggest you use that as your first highlight, just to reestablish some of that, for me, that pale skin look. So this is going to be pretty much just an edge highlighting, picking out the tops, just using the edge of my brush to get some of those edges. Now this is going to be a lot of fine detail work, especially with the face and part of his hands. So I'm just going to do that off camera, as I will need to be fairly close just to see those details on the face. And so yeah, I'm just going to skip ahead and show you the end result of the highlighting process. So here is the end result. As you can see, not a lot of highlighting done on him. I did his cheekbones and the above his eyebrow and his nose, his ear, and that little vein popping out of the side of his head, as well as on the top parts of the fingers, and I do a little bit inside the hand as well, just to give him a little bit more color. But as you can see, it's very fine detail work to work on this guy. Now alternatively, you could dry brush. I'll just move it. So I dry brushed this Gene Stealer guy, and it gives a nice transition if you want to do a quick and dirty way. Another way you could do this is, oops, just gonna wait for my camera to focus, is you could use Eldar Flesh, which I did with this guy, and Eldar Flesh is just a dry pigment, so you could do this as your first highlight, and this was dry brushed on, so you could dry brush this on and then use your pale skin color as a highlight if you wanted to. So those are some options that you can do as well. But as you can see, there's nice shadow on him as well, and So I might go with the Eldar. I would probably go with the Eldar flesh and then highlight up, but that's up to you guys. Anyways, that's how I paint flesh in a very quick way. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. There will be a link to my Patreon and Facebook accounts in the video description below, as always. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and the like button. Let me know you like it, and leave any comments down below. Thanks, guys, and have a great day.